Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Thanks for being
Brenda,
here today. Look at my friend Kelly is with us today. Yay.
Brenda, thank you so much for having me. So excited to be here with you.
Thanks for being here.
No, thank you for inviting me. I'm so honored. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're having a mutual appreciation society thing going on today.
Yeah.
There's Annie B is with us. She says Rosie is feeling, Annie, I said Annie B. Annie Bear is with us. She says Rosie is feeling herself. She just treed 3 squirrels at once.
Oh, I bet you Rosie's pretty proud of that, boy.
Lottie B is here from across the pond. Thanks for being here, Lottie. It's nearly bedtime where Lottie B is, I think.
Oh, boy.
And Paul Farid is here. Thanks for being here, Paul. Thank you, everybody. So we're going to have some fun today, but we're going to try to be relaxed and laid back. And we're going to answer some questions a little bit later. There's Rachel H. Thanks for being here, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Nice to see you. And Lottie says, yes, it's getting late. It's 20:02. So that looks like Army time to me. And I have to stop and think. Let's see, 24 is midnight. So that makes it what I would call 8, I think. I have to use my brain to do that.
Right. I was just thinking, that makes sense. If 24 is midnight, that it would be 8:02.
Okay. There's Sue Toffee. Hi, Sue. Thanks for being here. And Lottie says, yes, that's right.
Oh.
Okay. Lottie, is that the style of time that you use all the time? Do you always say it's 16 o'clock or 13 o'clock? Is that the kind of time that you use, that you speak about? I didn't know that. Oh, Susan, Sydney, it's 5 a.m. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Phew. That's amazing. There's not very many times that I'm up at 5 a.m. Or do you, Kelly? Do you ever get up at 5 a.m.?
No, I don't. My husband does. My husband, he gets up like at 5:30. But I am not an early riser. I like my morning. I like my morning sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have to, I mean, I definitely will. But I do like my morning sleep.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a sunset kind of gal, not a sunrise. I love sunrises, but I'm more of a sunset.
I'm sometimes up at 6.
Oh,
But if I'm up at 5 or 5:30, it's because I couldn't sleep.
yeah, me too.
Annie says, I'm sitting outside, beautiful day and warm.
Yeah, she's
Annie
been
says,
80 degrees there today,
oh,
where Annie is. Annie's an early bird.
good for you, Annie. Early bird gets the worm, right?
Yep.
She says, I'm usually up before 5 a.m. And Sue says, cats tell me when to get up and feed them. Oh, yeah. When your animals decide to get up, you've got to get up.
And that is true, Sue. And that's the same here because my husband gets up at usually 5:30 during the week for work. So he feeds our cats. But now the weekend rolls around and I want to be nice and let him get some sleep. So on the weekends, they'll start pawing at the door at about, well, if they're in here, Claire will kind of just tap me on the head, just gently, like, Mom, I'm hungry. But if she's outside, I'll hear the pawing at the door, and it's usually 6. But I will go down and feed them, and then a lot of times I go back to bed.
I don't blame you. Annie says, my grandkids stay up later than I do. Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I have a dog and a cat. And the dog is so scared of the cat, Kelly. It's just so sad. I got this dog in February because someone had abandoned it not far from my grandson's home. and he couldn't keep it, and the weather was going to get real bad, severely bad, this one winter day in February. And he asked me, he said, Grandma, will you please save this dog's life and take it in? So I did, because I was set up for dogs because I had one before. I have a fenced in backyard and all that. So I took it in, and she's just
Oh,
lived. And she's 60 pounds, and she's scared to death of the cat. And so I know when the cat's being bad and bothering her, because she'll be up trying to get real close to me when we're up on the bed. She'll be trying to, get up real close to me and get me to protect her from the cat. And so I'm always telling her, if you would just bark at that cat once,
right,
it will leave you alone.
right. And I really do think that they understand us, don't you? I mean, and it might take a few times, but I would just keep saying it. Just what, use your voice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, use your voice. Oh, Annie's feeling sorry for my puppy. Her name is Sadie, and my grandson named her, and I thought that was a good name, so I kept it.
I like that.
Deserves not to be afraid. Yeah. So we're going to talk about things for a little bit, and I've been running my mouth already, right? But you can go ahead and put in questions, and I'll get them marked. But we're just going to talk for a little bit first, and I want to talk to Kelly about some things she's got going on in her life, and so I'll be watching for the questions. I'll be starring them as we're going along. Hopefully I don't miss them. But let's see who we have here. CEV12. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the group. I got you started. You'll be the first question whenever we get going. So, Kelly, I was hoping that you would tell us about your healing experiences that you have. And you are you a Reiki healer, or what is it that you do? What is your method?
I'm not a Reiki healer. I have kind of designed my own method of doing healing. And so I work with energy, and I work with my angels and my guides and helpers, and there's a few ancestors I call on. But when I started, it was a shaman that had questioned why I wasn't using my healing abilities.
Oh.
And I always thought I was able to do healing. I just never really tried. And so once I started just using my energy and working with people, I knew I was having, an effect on their health and
Wow.
and well-being. And my husband was the first one that I started out on, and was able to heal his shoulder. And from there, I have a story of a cousin that I have, and we were living in Minnesota back in the day, and she was planning on coming out to our house for the weekend, but she had a doctor's appointment and was gonna see the doctor, and then she was driving out, and she called me on her way out to our house that we lived on the lake in Minnesota. And she said that she just come from the doctor, and she had some bad news that the doctor had found a lump on her chest. And the doctor was really concerned and wanted her to come back the next day for a mammogram and an ultrasound and all of that, to have that taken to have it looked at. And I told her not to worry. I said, just come, and in the meantime, I set up a space for her when she came to do healing on her. And I did energy work on her, and I did hands on her, and And I worked on her for quite a while. And it was at that time when I was working on her, my angels and guides said, when you see green, the darker the green, the more healing the person has received.
Oh,
And when I finished, I could see a light green. And so I told her, I said, you've received the healing, but I said, I think, she had to leave early in the morning to get back into Minneapolis to see the doctor. I said, I think we need to get up early and we need to do healing on you before you leave again in order, for this to be healed. And she agreed. And so we got up the next morning early and I created the nice space for her and did healing on her. She went back into the city and her husband met her at the doctor and she had the mammogram, she had the ultrasound, and she met with the doctor. And the doctor, came in to see her and said, I don't know what has happened, but she said, the mass you had yesterday is not there. And she said, yeah, thank you. I'm covered in goosebumps. And she said, I have no way to answer this for you other than it's good news. She said, it's good news. It's not there, but I have no idea why it's not, but it's gone. And my cousin did say, she goes, well, I was out to my cousin's and she does healing and she did healing on me yesterday and this morning. And her doctor said, well, it worked, it worked and it was gone. And I've worked on people, just with all kinds of, from viruses and bladder infection and cancer and lung disease and, however, it's like I lost my best friend, and this is another cousin. I lost her in 2017 from cancer. And, I worked on her, but, when we have our contract here on earth to exit, I feel like I was able to I really made an impact on her life, making her more comfortable and, and help the pain and whatnot. But yeah. And so now I primarily do, remote healing. And so I have clients all over the world and, I work on them. And then after I'm done working on them, I have a meetup, kind of like what you and I are doing. I have a meetup on StreamYard. I send them a link and then I go over what I felt, because a lot of times I don't see what's going on in their body, but I feel it. So if I'm working on them, I will feel certain areas of their body that need healing, and so I work on that, and then I'll get messages as I'm working on them, and so then when I meet up with them, on the video, I share the messages and then I go over like where there was cords or where there was problematic energy issues, where there was blocked energy or just where, sometimes there's just some icky energy that's stuck within our bodies, and I'll clear that out.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's just so awesome, Kelly. Thank God for you and people like you.
Oh, thank you. But you know what? I honestly, I don't take credit. I've told my angels and helpers and God that I'm just a vessel here on earth, that, what, you send me people and I will work through you and I'll do whatever I can to make everybody's journey here on earth easier.
Wonderful. Yeah. We're a conduit for spirit to work through us if we're willing to be.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I do the shamanic journeys, and I've mostly just done them with some family members, but no one's come to me with any serious illnesses. But with some of the problems and some of the things that my daughters and grandchildren have had, I've worked with them. And it's it just is a real good feeling to be able to, you know, be a service to others in that way. And that's what we're here for, right? Is to be of service.
Right? Right?
Yes.
Tell us about what you do.
Oh, well, I probably haven't talked to you about that before. Some of my members or subscribers probably already heard me talk about it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I was wanting to do something for one of my daughters, and she was having trouble at work. So this is when it first started. I sat down at my desk and I asked my guides and angels, in a real strong, I was really emotional, to come around me in a real strong way and to help me help her with this problem. Hi, what a lovely day. Thanks for being here. And so, anyway, we got into it. I could feel them around me. I was picturing her in my mind's eye, and I was imagining that angels were smoothing her aura down and stuff. And this male voice came into my head and real loud said, "Shamanic journey." And I was like, okay.
Wow.
And then we went on and did some more things for her. And the angels were picking little worms out of her aura and throwing them to the side. And I think there were some holes that they closed. And anyway, that day, that problem she had at work went away. Those people that were giving her a hard time got called into the office and they didn't bother her anymore. And
amazing.
yeah, so sometimes, a lot of times, I have some family members who have anxiety issues. And so sometimes it's that kind of a thing to calm their spirit. It's not always physical healing. And I'm looking at these questions here. I wanted to get them started. And so eventually I learned how to work with that. And some meditations, I started receiving ideas about what it was I was supposed to do. And I learned that I was supposed to go down into a clearing in Mother Earth and do the work there. And that's where the team comes and meets up, and we have the persons sit there by the campfire, and the angels come in, and Jesus is there. And
that's beautiful.
Well, one time my daughter, I didn't tell my daughter I was doing one for her. And you're really supposed to ask. You're really supposed to have their permission. But sometimes with my kids, I'm like, they're part of me. I'm just going to do it without asking them.
Yep.
And so I did one for my daughter. And during the journey, Archangel Raphael came in and he put his hand in her tummy and he held her pancreas between his hands like this. And then when it was all over, I talked to my daughter lately and I asked her how she was feeling. And she said, I don't know, I guess I'm okay, but I was leaning back in my recliner and I got the most horrible stabbing pain in my stomach that it was horrendous. And I said, was that about 4:00? And she said, yeah, it was. And I said, oh, well, Archangel Raphael put his hands in your tummy.
Amazing, Brenda.
So I don't know if she had anything wrong with her pancreas or not. But anyway, that happened. And they're just real moving. And I record them, and then my grandkids and my daughters get to play them again later. And it just makes them cry, that makes them feel so loved.
Oh, God. Of course. I mean, my gosh, that thank you. I hadn't heard that. So that's amazing. I am so touched.
I haven't done one for a while. I think I'm overdue. Let's see thanks for asking that, Kelly. I like to tell that story.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, sure. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, when you put your messages, your questions in all caps, it helps this old lady be able to see them better from the regular comments. Oh, Paul, you're so nice to me. And I'm missing some of the comments. I'm sorry, you guys. So we do have 6 questions starred, Kelly.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to read off your names, and if you put a question in and you don't hear your name, let me know in the comments. I'll have to go back and look for your question.
Oh, that's so nice.
I have one from CEV12, Annie, Paul, Sue Toffee. What a lovely day. So if I didn't say your name, please say something in the comments. Kevin Lewis, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so Kelly, should we start in on the questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I always get a little nervous, so I got
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
We're all friends here, right?
Yep, it's all good.
Everybody's so sweet and nice. So our first question we have up is from CEV12. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
They're asking, should I stick with plan A or switch to plan B? Oh, that's a big question. I'm going to try to do intuitive readings today, but my energy has been a little low. And if I don't get any intuitive readings today, I'll switch to the cards, but we'll see what happens. I'm hearing my guide song, so they're with me. Dear ones of love and light, CEV12. What message do you have for plan A or plan B, dear ones? We would like to say that you're good at making plans. You can trust yourself. This is a decision that another person cannot make for you. You should look into your heart. Sit down, take time, look deep into your heart, and study these 2 things. You have free will and other people can't make your decisions. So when you sit with this deeply for a time, the correct answer will float to the top for you, and you will know what to do. And that's what I got. Callie, you can see what you got, and I'll go ahead and pull a card for her while you're doing that.
That was beautiful. I used my pendulum, and of course what Brenda said, it all the answers do lie within us, and sometimes it's hard to make that decision, and really trusting yourself, and knowing that you have the decision. But what I am getting that A. I'm leaning towards A rather than B. However, I'm getting that if you decide to go with B, to have a backup plan. So you decide. I get A, but if you decide to go with B, just have a backup plan.
Thank you for that, Kelly. I got the card for you that says, well, you can't see it, it's a glare. Deep knowing. Deep knowing. And the book says intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are part of. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You are now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources.
How
And
about
that's
that?
true, isn't it? How about that? Went along with the answer. Cool. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And Annie is next, and after Annie is Paul Fried.
Yeah.
Thanks for your question, Annie. I'm going to scroll down here and get caught up with the comments. See if I missed any more questions. Just give me a minute here. Red, red dragon, red, red wine. Red, red dragon is our friend Kim B. She switched her name. So if you're not familiar with that, it's our friend Kim
Oh,
B.
that's Kim B.
Yep, she switched her name.
Oh, I love that. Hi, Kim.
Isn't that cool? It fits her. So I got you started. Thanks for your question. Okay, and our question is from Annie Bear. Would my grandmothers like to connect with me in spirit? I've got that song Red, Red Wine in my head now.
Right.
I'm going to have to sit still for a little bit. You can go whenever you want to, Kelly. I'm going to
Okay.
have to try to listen for a little bit.
Yep. You go right ahead. Annie, I'm getting that she comes to you in your sleep, and I know you've been remembering your dreams more, and she's coming to you, and she's coming to you while you're sleeping, and coming up for June. It's interesting because I'm working on my June my June predictions and energy update. And for the month of June, we are going to be able to really connect a lot easier with our loved ones that have crossed over. And so, this next month, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't feel, you'll either feel her or you'll get a message from her. And I get dreams, but it can be even in daydreams, in while you're meditating, and in your night dreams. I did pull a couple cards, and she wants you to know that you are so beautiful. And I love this. She sees all that you do for others. And Annie, I don't think you're even aware of everything that you do for everybody in this community, and the people, your grandkids, your husband, and your kids. You do so much, and she wants you to know that she sees that, she recognizes that. And I just heard her say, she goes, I'm so proud. And pay attention in the mornings when you're just sitting quiet and having your tea. I get that she's really around you in the mornings too, when you're sitting having coffee or tea. And she said, be really careful, Annie, to not get depleted, to really take care of your health. I don't know. Be careful not to get depleted. And she really wants you to be happy. She really wants you to focus on your happiness. Yeah, and pay attention. Pay attention to your daydreams and your night dreams.
Wow, thank you for that, Kelly. That's great. Thank you so much. Our friend Akila is here. Hi, Akila, beautiful one. Thanks for coming.
Hello.
Well, let me see if I hear anything. My voice from spirit is so quiet. Can I get a message from Annie Bear's grandmothers? We are here and we just want to say we love you. We see you, we're aware of what you are doing, and we approve. We know that sometimes you struggle, and we feel for you. Our hearts go out for you when you do. Please try not to struggle, little one. You've had some ups and downs in your life, but we were with you. I'm going to cry. We were with you the whole time. We were holding you up. Sometimes life's not fair, but you are winning. You have come out on the top, and we are so proud of you.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Wasn't that nice? Wow.
Oh,
Your grandmothers love you, Annie. Annie says, I talk to them in the wind, and the wind answers with a swoosh.
oh, I love that.
Nice. Oh, I made Annie cry. Oh, okay. Our next question is from Paul. Let's see, is this a comment or a question? Let's see. I've still got red wine in my head.
Yeah.
Would you guys say this second time around will work? My sisters tell me it will never work. Oh, with your ex-girlfriend? Oh, Paul, stepping out on a limb there, aren't you? Going out on a limb. I hear my guide's song. I think they're going to have something to say about that.
Ex-girlfriend Lillian.
Thank you, Kevin.
Girlfriend Lillian.
1984. Hey, is this one that had that you were wondering about your class ring last week? Is this the one that you think has your class ring? Yes, it is. You found her on Facebook? Wow. Good for you, doing a little sleuthing. I have an old boyfriend that I wonder is still alive. I don't want any more boyfriends. I'm past that in my lifetime now, but I wonder if he's still alive. But I didn't find him anywhere, so I'm not going to look anymore. You were engaged in high school. Due to family issues, it did not work. Family issues.
Paul, I get I pulled some cards out of the romance angels Doreen Virtue deck. And I got getting to know each other again. There we go. Getting to know each other again. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And so, you could reach out. The other card I got was express your love. And so, and I think rather than express your love, I think what I would recommend you do, but you have to do what Paul feels in alignment to do. I would reach out and just see how she's doing, and just kind of get to know her, like for the you know obviously she's an ex-girlfriend, but getting to know her now in this time in your life, in her life. And I got that it's safe for you to love, and it says open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then I did get forgiving and learning, and so there was some lessons there that needed to be learned. And so I don't know if you or her are still holding on to things that maybe need to be released from the past relationship. It says as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. So if there's anything that you're holding on to from that relationship, any hurts or wounds or whatnot, this would be the time to let go of them. But I mean, the way I look at it is, what do you have to lose? I mean, you can reach out, and if nothing else, maybe she could be a friend. And I'm Paul, you're so in tune that I honestly feel that if you reach out, you'll know if the connection is genuine and worth putting your energy into it. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with saying hey, how are you doing, just checking in to say hi.
Thanks for that, Kelly. Well, Kelly, he said that he's meeting her on Friday.
Oh, I think, you know what, life is short. You'll meet up with her. You will know if your energy is in alignment with her. And I'm excited to hear how it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited too. You're going to tell us, right?
Yes, please.
Inquiring minds want to know. Well, let me see if I get a message. If I don't, I've got a card pulled for you, Paul. Do you have a message for a different situation? Yes. You can trust yourself. You are a good decision maker. You are good at reading people, and you will know. You will know very quickly whether it's right or wrong, whether it works or not. You've got this. Your intuition is strong. That's all I'm hearing. But I got this card for you that is no place like home. No place like home. There's a little, looks like a birdhouse. It's up there on a pole. But there's a relationship paragraph in these cards. And it says, friends and companions and lovers are at home in your life right now. So this is a good time for you to start a relationship. It says you are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety and comfort and the best aspects of familiarity. I can't say it.
That is a hard one.
Be home in this relationship. Together you add to the love of the world. So the cards are all for it, Paul. So good luck. Good luck with that. We wish blessings to be showered on you.
Yes, I'm excited, Paul. I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, we want to hear. So our next question is for Sue Toffee. May I have a reading for June, please? Whatever you see for me in June. Thank you, Brenda and Kelly. Thank you, Sue. Thanks for being here.
So what I'm getting is they really want you to make sure that your priorities are in alignment, and in those priorities making yourself a priority. And I'm I'm getting there's going to be something that comes up in June that and it has to do with this whole priorities and making yourself a priority, because I pulled the speak up card, and I'm getting your throat chakra. So really make sure that you are speaking up for yourself and making sure that your voice is heard, and that you're speaking your truth, and know that your voice matters. um I'm getting that there's something from the past that could be showing up, and so it could be somebody literally from the past that shows up in your life, or it could be just old feelings and crud that kind of starts creeping its way up in June. Um, Sun is going to be really important for you in June, and so um, getting out, just obviously within reason, but just making sure you get a little bit of sunshine and getting a little bit of vitamin D. And I just heard potassium too, so I don't know, you know, potassium and electrolytes are going to be important, and that's always important too, I guess, if we are in the sun. I pulled the elder caribou, and it says heal and regenerate. And so and that could be the whole past thing that's coming up for you in June, that it's just going to require you to look at some things. And but it's beautiful, because when we look at those things, and I always say we have to feel them to heal them. And it helps you regenerate. And I also got seek the unseen. And so if there's something that you've been procrastinating on, they want you to know that no more procrastination, that it's time, it's safe for you to move forward. And so sometimes we get stuck in fear, and that fear then causes us to procrastinate. And so know that it's safe, and to move ahead. They said just do it, and they said it's time. But then again, and all of this is entertainment purposes only. It's always if it's in alignment with your highest good.
Great, thanks you. Let me see if I get any messages from my guides, and I have some cards pulled for you. Just received. Whatever you see for me in June. What do you see for me in June? Your angels and guides have your back, Sue. Whatever it is that comes up, you can handle. There might be some surprises, but they won't be bad surprises. You will be happily surprised. Things that you can look forward to for the month of June. June's a beautiful month, and you should make every effort to enjoy it. Weddings and all that, the month of weddings. It's a happy time. So we think that you will, when the month is over, look back on it and say, that was very nice. And that's what I got there. And I pulled a card for you from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And you got enchanting gifts. And the book says about enchanting gifts, it says, you're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you, you have everything you need to seize them. Yet, in order to honor them, you must put in the time and exchange your experience and skills and commit heart and soul to what it is that you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value that others bring into your life. That's nice advice.
That is beautiful advice.
And I pulled one of these cards for you. Kelly, last week, I think I channeled these cards because I had bought some blank cards to write on. And I had them for a couple of months and I hadn't done anything with them. And one afternoon last week, I grabbed them and wondered if I could think of things to write on them, and just boom, 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 boom. I started writing things on all of these cards and it just all came to me.
That's what I have right here.
Deck like that too?
Yeah,
Well,
I made it myself.
That's
Yep.
a lot.
That's a lot, right?
And then it was all done. It came into my head that I should call them the unsolicited advice cards. The unsolicited advice cards.
Oh, I love that.
So they had some humor in them.
Right?
And now I put the card away that you had. Oh, here it is. I thought I lost the card I pulled for you. It is go with the flow. And we all know what that means. Don't try to swim upstream. Go with the flow. Just take it easy and see where it carries you. And it can also be about water, because the flow is about water. So drink water, take baths, maybe get in the pool. Water is really good for your energy. And I was told one time that water knows who you are. Water has memory, and water remembers who you are. That was a cool thought.
Right?
So thanks so much for being here, Sue.
Yes, thank you.
And Sue says, let's see if I can click on it. Sue says, I love the sun, Kelly. Brenda, you made me tear up. Thank you both so much. I need a gentle, happy June. Yay. Love and light. Namaste. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. Hello, Venus. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us here. And our next question is, what a lovely day. May I have a message from my divine masculine and feminine? I feel like I combined with those energies in the shower. Hey, are you the one that's often getting visions when you're in the shower? I think you are, aren't you? The water in the shower must be moving for you, must help you get connected. Am I right about that, or am I getting you confused with someone else? You are? Yes. Yeah, what a lovely day. And Nicole, right? You're Nicole? She's had several really cool visions when she's in the shower, Kelly.
Wow. Well, our showers can be like a portal. There's in our bathrooms, and so that's amazing. And the water clears our energy and allows energy to flow over us. And what a beautiful place to be able to get messages.
Yeah, good for you, Nicole. Okay, may I have a message from my divine masculine feminine?
I'm getting it's really important to take care of your heart, your heart chakra. And so whether however that feels right for you, whether it's forgiveness or just working with gratitude, meditation. Rose quartz is really good for our heart chakra, jade, and but I'm getting your heart chakra is it's really important to pay attention to it. And they want you to know that life isn't a race, that sometimes we push so hard to, we have our goals, we have our intentions, and we want to achieve them, and we know our time is limited here, and it's like we have all these things that we want to do, but they want you to know that we don't need to push so hard, that everything that's meant to come to us will come to us in divine timing, and to remember to stop and smell the roses, and remember to play and to have fun. And I pulled the Elder Orca card, and it says tend to your village, and sometimes we are the village, and so really taking care of yourself. And then I got the Elder Cardinal, and it says ignite your flame. And so do those things, do those things that spark your interest and light you up and make you forget about time, those, create and have fun. I also got these two cards. I got stand your ground and speak your truth. So, two cards that are things that we should always probably remember. But speak your truth says you've stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground. Well, that's interesting, because then I got stand your ground. and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. And then stand your ground. There is something that you want to fight for, yet you're choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. And so, yeah, I would, I feel like the month of June, there could be some money coming in, but I'm getting to move. So I don't know if it could be move your body. It could be an actual move, or it could be even just, sometimes we need to in order to get energy flowing and moving, we need to change things up in our house and move things around or whatnot. And sometimes that can be really enough to get the energy flowing.
Interesting. Okay. Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to listen for a minute.
Yeah.
Message from my divine masculine and feminine. I feel like combine those energies in the shower today. Dear ones of love and light, what can you tell Nicole about this question she has? Masculine, feminine. We would like to tell you that yes, you are both. It is as though they have been combined for you. You have strong energy in both directions. You can make good use of this in your life. Of course, sometimes one dominates over the other, but this is a good thing. The shower is a portal for you. You will have many more interesting experiences there in the future. And that is all. And I pulled a card for you, and we got soulmates, 2 penguins. That's cute.
I love it. It's so cute.
Soulmates. Let's see what the book says about it. It says, you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing and consciousness and authenticity. It is always reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes a strong aversion from them. Soulmates can be friends or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gift. And I also pulled one of the unsolicited advice cards for you, and you got, try something new. Try something new.
I love
That's
that.
what we got for you, Nicole. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your question. And our next question is from Red Dragon.
The red. This is cranberry juice, by the way.
Putting ideas in our head.
Yeah. I broke out the cranberry juice.
Okay, yeah, our friend Kimby. May I have any messages my guides want me to know? Thanks for being here, Kim.
Yes, thank you. Kim, I'm getting I pulled the card. It's called the Elder Horse. It says honor your sensitivity, and you know, because you're a sensitive and an empath and an intuitive too. We tend to be sensitive, and it can be really hard sometimes living in a world that sometimes can seem kind of harsh. And so they want you to honor your sensitivity. And then I got the elder snake, release the old. And this is it's so important to all of us that we let go and release those parts of us that are no longer in alignment with our highest good. And I'm telling you, just from past, from myself and working with my past, sometimes I mean, I have been working on releasing some of the old crud in my life. I've been doing it for 30 years, and I think some of it, it might take a lifetime. It's just so ingrained. And so just keep releasing that stuff that comes up that is no longer in alignment with you, because that can sometimes hold us back. And then I got the Elder Otter, and it says play and play with joy. I think it says, yeah, play with joy. And to have fun and not to take life too seriously. And if there's any classes that you've been thinking about online or whatnot, they want you to know that it might be something that you want to look into, and then to just be extra gentle with yourself. And they said everything in moderation, from the energy that we put out, making sure that that's a balance. And but then they just said everything in moderation except for water. And back to the releasing. If there's anything that if there's anybody from the past that needs to be forgiven that you've been holding on to, now would be a great time to do it. And and we sometimes say we to do our releases on the full moon. We can do it anytime. And so if there's anything that you've been holding on to, because do it for you, Kim. And yeah, that's what I got.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks so much. That's terrific. Okay, let me see if I hear anything. I've got a card drawn for you. Messages for our dear friend Kim B. What do her guides and angels want her to know? I just heard you are beautiful. I think that was your guides and angels. You are beautiful. Inside and outside. We stand by you. We shine light on you. Healing light and light of love. You project light out into the world. You don't think you do, but you do. You like to have fun, and that's a wonderful thing. Keep it up. Having fun is one of the best things a person can do for themselves. It lifts the vibration of those around you. And what a wonderful thing. That's all I got there, Kim. And I did pull a card for you, which is go the distance. And is that a jaguar? That's a jaguar and the racing flag crossing the finishing line. Go the distance. Hello, Kendra. Thanks for being here, Kendra. Thanks for joining us. So go the distance card says, to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, and there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance and strength and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. And I also got the card, Plant Some Seeds. So to me, this is about planting seeds of what it is you want in your life. Mm-hmm. And I did a video the other day about daydreaming, a message I got about how we can create things in our world through daydreaming. So do some daydreaming, plant those seeds of what it is that you want to have happen in your life. You're welcome, Kim. She says that warmed my heart. Paul says, great show today, ladies. And Annie Bear says, thank you. That warmed my heart. I read that already. Annie Bear says, thank you for a wonderful, uplifting time today.
Oh, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everybody, for being here. Well, I think that I did read all the questions that I have marked. And if I missed your question, now would be the time to give us a holler. Because if not, we're going to move on with our day. But if I missed you, I definitely want to bring you in. And Red Dragon says, I believe in that. I have seen many amazing things. So, yeah, oh, Kelly, I'm so glad that we got together today and we were able to do this.
I'm so happy. So happy, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm going to have you on. And I just got to get a hold on my schedule. I got to get my head wrapped around this this busyness and embrace it. But yeah, I am going to have you on, and I would like to honor you and highlight you and your journey on my channel.
Oh, cool. Well, I'd love to. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have some things about our personalities that mesh really well.
I
So yeah,
yes, definitely,
yeah,
definitely, definitely, definitely.
I feel
I
that energy with you.
I'm so happy to be here, and thank you guys for everybody that came in today. And yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, it did, Sue. It flew by so fast.
Yeah, absolutely. So Kelly has been really busy. She has been on, I think it's called the Life After Life channel on YouTube, right? Life After Life.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people, several of the people that are in our tribe, Terry and Allie and Val, um, I might be forgetting somebody, but go to that Life After Life YouTube channel and look for those familiar faces. I got the biggest kick out of seeing you all on those thumbnails for those YouTube videos. I'm like, wow, I know these people. This is so cool.
It was, and that too, it was an honor. And I'm so blessed to have been on there, and the response has just been with such great love. But it has been overwhelming for me to answer all the emails and schedule everybody that is wanting a little bit of time. And so I'm doing the best. I'm working, but you can see that I've got bags underneath my eyes.
You got to be busy, busy, busy.
Yeah, and I'm grateful and grateful for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Kelly, when are you going to be on YouTube next? Do you have plans?
I am on with Scott, Scorpio Sun, on tomorrow, I believe at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And then on Friday, I am on with Allie and Scott. We're going to be doing readings, free readings for anybody that's interested. And then on Friday, I'm on with Allie, and we are going to be talking about why we are always in a hurry,
Oh,
and how to slow down and to really be present.
oh,
And so we'll be talking about that on Friday, and then and if there's time, we'll probably do some readings, um, and then the weekend. Actually, it's my birthday weekend. I'm going to try to relax this weekend and maybe get out in the pool and recharge, recharge and reset, I think.
good idea. Oh,
Yeah.
we're having the same birthday month. My birthday is just in a few weeks. So,
Oh, it is.
yeah, mine's the 29th.
Well, I'm gonna. I'm gonna be doing a show June 19th, and I would love to have you on in celebration of your birthday and just honoring the communities. Thank you for saying that, because I would have felt bad if I would have missed you. So think about that. June 19th. I want to do a show honoring
Oh,
Geminis.
thanks. That'd be so great. Hey, I have a big mouth about my birthday. I don't try to hide my birthday. I'm just always, it's my birthday. It's my birthday.
I love that, Brenda, because I'm kind of the opposite. I'm getting better, but I love that you honor, because it is a special day, and you should be you should be doing a shout out.
Well, I wanted to ask all of you to check out my video that I put up this morning about this rose quartz crystal. I had a little conversation with it this morning and I put it on my channel. It's a pretty short video
Ooh.
where you can listen to it easily. So it had a few things to say to me, and you might think that's interesting.
Oh, I love that.
And
I love that. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. And what do you have coming up? What do you have going on, Brenda?
well, I was going to be on with Ginger Faye tomorrow night, but we both agreed that our energies had been so low that we would take tomorrow night off. And
Oh,
she's
I'm
been very
glad.
busy. She's much busier than I am. She works during the day too, and she does a lot of YouTube shows. And so I think we're going to do that next Thursday night, but that's not written in stone yet. But I will be on next Wednesday at 2 Central Time. And I'll just be doing my shtick that I do on here. And I just pop up. Thanks, Kelly. I just pop up occasionally, sometimes just out of the blues. But if you all are subscribed to my channel, or you wouldn't be in the comments. So if you would click on the bell, you'd get my notifications. And for Kelly also, I'm sure you're all subscribed to her. If you're not, please do so. And thanks so much for being here. And I just had the nicest time today. Thank you so much, Kelly, and everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
See you all soon.